first couple of conversations, I am me, and I try to be a man of my word. And I guess that's what got their attention. I think Nick told me later on, or maybe it was in an interview where Nick said, they did some interview stuff with me, and Nick said, well, who is this guy? And he said, well, he's no Ricky Steamboat. Now, at the time, I was like, oh, and I look back now and go, but who is Ricky Steamboat? Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who is a Ricky Steamboat? Would be a better way to put it. But man, they did me better than I could have ever, presented me in a way that I could never have presented myself. And all of a sudden, like the first edition of 10 Pounds of Gold came out, and a lot of people were like, "Who's this guy? What is he? A Texas guy? What, he wrestles in Tech? In that area out there? Okay, that's great. But how old is he? Why is your granddad the world champion? I mean, it was very, very negative. And after the first episode, the way that they presented that and the way they put it together was so amazingly professional and well done that it gained momentum really, really fast. And a lot, there's always going to be negativity. That's just the way, some people are, but it it did me more good than anything I could ever done. And I think I made the statement, how many people out there at whatever age I was, 55, 56, how many people get their biggest push in professional wrestling at that, at that late age. And they picked Nick Aldis as the first opponent, and we could not have, as far as our styles, or our personalities as wrestlers were great chemistry. He is amazingly talented, much better wrestler. And actually, I had somebody at that time say, "Well, after your first match, did you sit Nick down and help him?" I'm like, "No, he sat me down and helped me."
That's awesome.
Because and his comment after we actually ran into each other at the airport after the match, and because I was not happy with the way the finish went off on my part, not his. And he said, well, let's, at 19, 20 years old, he said, I was wrestling some of the best wrestlers in the world, and they were pouring into me.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle, Sting, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, all these guys that were pouring information into him. And but the Nick Aldis heel against the Tim Storm face was really good chemistry.
It was magic. It was incredible. If I'm lucky enough to have a third interview with you in the future, because there's no way we're finishing, not even close. I definitely want to dive more into that if I get the opportunity. And I'd love chatting with you. You're a delight. So thank you again for this.